Git versus mercurial, a comparison between distributed version control systems. Introduction. A brief overview of mercurial and Git as distributed version control systems, DVCS. And the purpose of the presentation is to compare the key differences between the mercurial and Git. Design philosophy and user experience. While Git emphasizes on flexibility, performance, and powerful features, steeper learning curve is there for Git version control system, whereas Mercury aims for simplicity and ease of use and consistent command line interface, and as such is more user friendly. Command syntax. Commands are less intuitive and more complex. Many commands and options are for Git. Obviously, it have the steeper learning curve. In case of Mercurial, commands are more straightforward and consistent. Fewer commands, easier to learn. Branching and merging, some of the most done work in a version control system. Git offers powerful branching and merging capabilities, encourages the use of branches for different development lines. Branching is the bread and butter of Git version control system. Branch is everywhere. Whereas Mercurial supports branching and merging with a simpler model, use of the named branches and bookmarks. Performance. Git is generally better performance in large repositories, optimized for commits, branches, and merges. I know if you are developing Linux kernel, a project like Linux kernel, and you have thousands of developers, performance is one of the things that matters, and that exactly what was the main requirement for Git by the uh, main developer or the lead developer of Linux kernel, Mr. Linus Torvalds. He himself have written the first version. Whereas Mercurial performs well but can be slower than Git with very large repository. Now we analyze the data storage part for these version control systems. Git uses a content addressable file system or key value store and offers a efficient and robust storage. Mercurial uses a traditional revision series in the repository, efficient but less optimized than Git. Community and ecosystem. Git for Git's large community and ecosystem, extensive documentation and tools supported by GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, online hosting platforms. Whereas in case of Mercurial, smaller community, Bitbucket dropped support in 2020 for Mercurial, affecting ecosystem and adoption. Hosting and collaboration, widely supported by major hosting providers, extensive collaboration tools and integration, as we've seen in the last slide. GitHub, GitLab, and others, Bitbucket, have extensive support for Git. Mercurial has limited support compared to Git. Some self-hosting option available like Heptapod. Extensibility. Git is highly extensible with numerous third-party tool scripts, and extensive customization options are there for Git. Mercurial is extensive but to a lesser degree. Robust extensions are framework but less adopted, particularly because the community is much smaller compared to the Git community. In summary, Git is best for users needing powerful features, performance, and large community support. Whereas Mercurial is ideal for those prioritizing ease of use and a simpler command set. Git has a much wider adoption than Mercurial. Particularly, many people, many repositories are already hosted on GitHub and GitLab and freely available as such. And Mercurial is supported by less number of hosting providers is the one of the main factors that is causing the adoption difficulties. Hope it's helpful. Thank you for watching.